If you're a young man and you look like Tyreek Hill, please do not do what Tyreek Hill did. Please, for the love of God, you disagree with me, you agree with me, whatever it is. I just don't behave like the way Tyreek Hill behaved if you ever get pulled over by the police. Please, 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 there are enough videos on Reddit, there are enough videos on X about how mouthing off can go really, really wrong. Really, really wrong. Please do not behave like Tyreek Hill if you ever get into it with law enforcement. Welcome to the Neophyte Journal. This is another episode. We're going to call it victim mentality. We're going to call it the victim mentality mindset. We're going to call it the victim mentality episode. We're going to call it, what can we call this episode? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. Ah. So why doesn't he have his seatbelt on again?
Knock on my window like that, though.
Like what?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here.
Don't knock
That
on
way you
my
can
window.
lower it and talk to
Just
you.
get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late.
I said this in the previous video. This whole interaction could have been over in 10 seconds. We are now currently at second number 28. This whole interaction could have been over in like 10 seconds. But somebody wanted to be mouthy. Somebody wanted to have a certain type of energy and was hoping that the police wouldn't give him back that same energy. As we've all seen from the body cam footage, the police obliged. The police gave him back the same energy he was giving them. But for some reason, he's now the victim. For some reason, he's the victim now.
Okay? Do what you gotta do.
Keep it down. Hey!
Y'all can't do nothing like you supposed to. Why? Bro, you the one speeding. Don't knock.
Yeah, that's interesting. So we're going to watch the CNN interview, which, by the way, I barely made it through the end. I'm going to have to watch it again. Ah, Jesus Christ. We're going to watch the CNN interview again. But why is no one talking about the fact that he committed an offense? He was speeding. He was speeding. He literally committed an offense. Why is no one asking him why he was speeding? Why do we go straight to Kumbaya Ma? He was speeding, but no one wants to talk about it.
Knock on my window like that, bro. Don't knock on my window. What? Come on, y'all, just get your job and get out of here. What? That ain't how a traffic stop work, bro. You speeding. You're probably going so fast you're criminally speeding, which is a crime. They can arrest you and put you in jail. And you roll the window down and you roll the window back up.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Former police officer. Yeah, it's a former police officer, bro. Don't take it from
Why
me.
you mad at them because you speeding? Don't knock on my window like, roll your window down. Why you roll your window up when they come next to you and you get mad because they knock on your window?
The police noticed he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. They asked him, why aren't you wearing a seatbelt? He answered a question with another question.
Keep your window down.
There you go. Look. There you go. Seatbelt on.
Hey! Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep your window down.
Hold on.
Keep your window down. Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep
I never saw this part.
your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep your
Did he just say, don't tell me what to do? Tyreek Hill's got a mouth on him. He's got a mouth on him. Which I like. I like mouthy people. But you have to be ready to match the energy, right? So if that's what you're telling the police, then the police should probably match your energy. But you're not allowed to cry, though. You're not allowed to be a victim. If this is how you want to play it, don't be a victim. Take the L, as we say. Take the L.
Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep
I can't believe he just said, "Don't tell me what to do." I can't believe he just said that.
Keep your window down, I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Give me that.
Get out of the car.
Give me that. I'm gonna break that
Get,
fucking window.
get out of the
Get
car.
out of the car, bro.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out.
Now, he's alleging that because it's a McLaren, very beautiful car. There's one in my building. It's an orange one. Every time I see that car, I think to myself, why am I so poor? But in the CNN interview, your boy is claiming he couldn't get out of the McLaren quick enough because it's got bucket seats. God damn. In the CNN interview, he's claiming he cannot get out of the car because the car's got bucket seats.
Get out.
The reason he cannot get out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, is because he's making a phone call. There's the phone in his right hand. And in the CNN interview, he says it. He says, I was making a call. So you're at a traffic stop. You're not paying attention to the instructions. You're not listening to the police. You're out here making phone calls. Why are you making a phone call? For what? The reason why Tyreek Hill could not get out of the car was because he was making a phone call. Not because the car comes with bucket seats. Bucket seats have existed since what? 96, 97? We've had bucket seats as far as I know. The OGs, how long have you guys had bucket seats for? Tyreek Hill alleges that he could not get out of the car because the car's got bucket seats. So what that means is that his booty is like at the bottom of the seat because it's a very low car. It's a beautiful car, man. It's a beautiful car. But the reason why Tyreek Hill took so long to get out of the car is because he was on the phone, making a phone call.
Get out. Damn.
Roll the window down, or we gonna make you get out the car. Get out of the car. He still don't get out. Then they lift. They get sick of playing with y'all. You got all these cops here because you silly. You lying to the world. Now the body worn camera came out. I don't have no idea why they put me in handcuffs. The cop told you. He actually warned you. Then he told you, I'm going to pull you out of the car. Keep the window down. Why are you rolling the window up? That's an officer safety issue. They don't know.
I did mention this in my last video. I did say in the comment section, I was like, how are you supposed to see what's inside the car if the car is tinted? Yo, that's a nice car. That's a nice car, boy. Oh, that's a nice car. But how are you supposed to see inside the car if the car is tinted? Surely that's a safety problem for the police officer. And then someone said to me, well, in order to issue a ticket, the car doesn't need to be tinted. The tint on the car is not relevant to whether or not you get a ticket. And I'm like, there were a lot of excuses, man. That whole incident would have been over in 10 seconds. That CNN interview really made me cringe because it was top level victim mentality. Tyreek Hill gets to behave like Tyreek Hill because number one, it's a McLaren. Your ass is driving a Honda Civic with missing wheel caps, no indicators, seats looking like what do they call those seats that they put at the beach? So you're not in the McLaren. So please don't be mouthing people off, man. Don't behave like Tyreek Hill if you get pulled over by the police.
Know this man. He could be pulling the gun out. Keep the window down, bro. They ask you a simple question. You the one at fault, not them. We're going to have a really good team. Everybody out there risk going to jail for nothing.
I was shocked, man. Like, it's crazy because it all
What are you shocked about? You weren't wearing a seatbelt. You were on your phone. You were speeding.
happened so fast.
This whole interview, he never got asked once about the speeding. He never got asked once, not even once, about the speeding.
Man, but it just all happened so fast, and I really
How did it happen so fast? 28 seconds in, I think. What 1 minute into the video, dude is still in the car. Clearly, it didn't happen so fast.
They couldn't like gather everything that was happening. So it was crazy, you know.
Tyreek says he couldn't gather everything that was happening. So Tyreek Hill has an intelligence problem, which explains why when he gets told, put your window down, it takes him 2 weeks to put his window down.
I gotta be smart.
If you were being smart, you'd get out the car. If you were being smart, you'd have your seatbelt on. If you were being smart, you'd roll down your window.
I wasn't on that kind of energy. Like
You were on that kind of energy, and they responded with the same energy, which you didn't think they'd respond with. You were 100%. You were 100% on that energy. You were 100% on that energy.
I was chilling. Like I was
You were not chilling.
following rules.
You were not following rules. Are we seeing the same body cam footage? Are we seeing the same body cam footage, brother?
The officers, they felt like I wasn't doing it on their timing, but I was doing it, but
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. And this is the bit. I want everyone to pay attention. This is the bit where he crashes himself out. I want you guys to pay attention. This is the part where he crashes himself out.
I was doing it, but you know, man, the officers, they felt like I wasn't doing it on their timing, but I was doing it, but you know, man, I'm still kind of shell shocked.
The officers felt I wasn't doing it on their timing, but I was still doing it. We have clear body cam footage showing that you weren't doing it. Also, we also have clear body cam footage showing that you were on your phone talking. Pay attention, because he's going to admit to it. He's going to admit that he was on the phone talking while the police were giving him instructions. He's going to admit that he was on the phone talking while the police were asking him to come out of the car. When the police asked him to step out of the vehicle, he couldn't step out of the vehicle because he was making a phone call. He's about to say it. So really,
You know, man, I'm still kind of shell shocked from it, timing, but I was doing it, but
no, you weren't doing it.
you know, man, I'm still kind of shell shocked from it.
Shell shock is not reserved for these kind of incidents. Shell shocked is reserved for Army veterans. You don't get to say you were shell shocked if you're not a military veteran.
Man, you know what? When the officer came up and knocked on my window, I let my window down, cooperated, gave.
He didn't cooperate. We've just seen it. He didn't cooperate. He did. Why are you not wearing a seatbelt? Was the question. And then you told him, don't knock on my window like that. Are we seeing the same body cam footage, or am I tripping? This is perfect. He's about to tell you the logic behind him putting up his window.
I let back up my window, and then he came back to the window and was like, let your window down now. Let your window down now. And then I let it down. That's when he said, if you don't let your window down, I'm going to snatch you out the car. I was like, sir, my window is down. Like, what do you want? I'm not trying to cause a scene because
you are causing a scene.
Hey, if I let my window down, like people walking by, driving by, they're going to notice.
He doesn't want to let his window down because he doesn't want people to notice him. It's a McLaren. You're driving a McLaren. Even if we didn't see you, it's a beautiful car. It's a beautiful car. Even if we didn't see who was driving it, the McLaren itself draws your attention. But Tyreek Hill is a victim. He's got a victim mentality. So he's saying, well, the reason why I rolled up my window was because I didn't want people to notice me. I didn't want to create chaos, you know? I was thinking about other people.
It's me, and they're going to start taking pictures.
And they're going to start taking pictures of me, and it's going to create a whole scene. So I rolled up my window, guys.
And I didn't want to create a scene at all.
I didn't want to create a scene at all, guys. It's a very expensive McLaren. I could have driven a Honda Civic. It's a very expensive car. It's a very loud car. And I just didn't want to create a scene while driving this thing.
Like, I just really wanted to get the ticket and then just go on about my way and then just, you know, just have a great Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because really, like, I really could have just kept going to the stadium, but
No, you couldn't have kept going to the stadium because they asked you to pull over.
You know what I'm saying? Because they told me to get out. Because I was getting out my car, but the way that my car made is like a dip inside.
Listen to the excuse. Listen to the excuse about the bucket seats in the McLaren. Listen to the excuse. This is the excuse why Tyreek Hill didn't get out of the car when he was told to get out of the car. Listen to this. This is top level victim mentality. This is top level victim mentality. It's like everything is at fault except for me. Everything is the problem except for me, including the bucket seats in this expensive car. Everything is at fault. None of it is my fault. It's the bird's fault. It's the palm tree's fault. It's the dude with the bow tie. It's his fault. It's the McLaren, it's your fault for creating a car that's got bucket seats, bro. You know, I can't take this guy seriously.
Direct you to open the door. It's like seconds later when you open it, and then you're pulled from the car. And I saw that you said if you weren't Tyreek Hill, that you feared this could have ended a lot differently.
It's so shallow of him to want to play the victim card. It is so shallow of him. It is so shallow of him to want to play. Police brutality in America is a real thing. Police brutality all over the world is a real thing. This here is not one of those cases, Tyreek. This video could have ended in 10 seconds. This is not a police brutality thing. This is you giving energy and thinking, I'm Tyreek Hill, no one's going to match this. And the police going, you know what? We'll just match your energy. But for Tyreek Hill to sit there and imply that his life could have, you know, ended in a particular way, that's so shallow, bro. That's so shallow. And this is the thing. This is like victim mentality. This is top tier. This is upper echelon victim mentality. This is how you're supposed to talk when you have victim mentality.
Yeah, like, so the crazy part about it is I hate talking like this, man.
You love talking like this.
But because I have a kid fan base. But the reality of
if you have a kid fan base, why don't you behave in a certain way?
it is, it's the truth.
Look at how aggressive he was when talking to the police.
If I wasn't Tyreek Hill, worst case scenario, we would have had a different article. You know, Tyreek Hill, you know, got shot in front of.
And it sucks. And it sucks because there are actually real victims of police brutality out there. There are actual real victims of police brutality out there. And it sucks that Tyreek Hill wants to ride that train. It sucks that Tyreek Hill wants to be a victim riding that train as well. Tyreek Hill, that was a traffic stop, bro. All you had to do was just roll down your window. That would have taken 10 seconds, bro. That would have taken 10 seconds, bro.
It's crazy that, me and my family had to go through this.
Nothing to do with your family.
So.
Guys, the victim mindset is crazy. The victim mindset is absolutely crazy. Zero accountability. Zero accountability.
They claim that your client was not immediately cooperative with the officers on the scene who, pursuant to policy and for their immediate safety, placed him in handcuffs. They said he was uncooperative, refused to sit on the ground, and was redirected to the ground. And that once it was sorted out within a few minutes, he was issued 2 traffic citations and was free to leave.
It took them just about a few minutes to give you those tickets for the traffic citations. The video did not have to go on that long. I promise you guys. It's a 10-second video at max. All they wanted to do was give this guy a ticket. But his big ass mouth got him in trouble. And now he's a victim. Now he's like, oh well, And I want to say this. A lot of you don't drive McLarens. A lot of you do not drive McLarens. Do not behave like the way Tyreek Hill is behaving. Because a lot of you do not drive McLarens. 4 wheels, 3 wheel caps. No brake lights. No indicators. Seats torn in your car. A lot of you do not drive a McLaren. A lot of you are not Tyreek Hill. Please do not imitate this man when you get stopped by traffic police, by any police. Please do not imitate this man when you're dealing with law enforcement. This is the wrong person, absolutely the wrong person to behave like. Because again, a lot of you don't drive McLarens.
And another portion is Tyreek actually put on his seatbelt. It's another body cam showing Tyreek putting on his seatbelt.
Why was his seatbelt off? Tyreek Hill was driving without his seatbelt on.
So along with that, he's calling Miami Dolphin security to let him know what's going on. So
why is he making phone calls? This is what I said to you guys earlier on. Watch, he's about to incriminate himself. He's about to crash himself out. Why is he making phone calls at a traffic stop?
That's the delay, that immediate portion that they're talking about. He's taking off his seatbelt and he's getting Drew Brooks on the phone from the Miami Dolphins.
For what?
And then you see him getting snatched out of a car. Like he says, he's driving a McLaren. It's a dip in it. And he just had some repairs.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Everything is at fault but Tyreek Hill. Everything is at fault but Tyreek Hill. The manufacturers of the McLaren are at fault. The fact that he decided to make a phone call makes everybody else at fault.
It's my job to use my platform and my resources so that way.
I'm glad he mentioned its platform and resources. I'm glad he mentioned this because let me tell you guys what I would have wanted Tyreek Hill to do. I would have wanted Tyreek Hill to come up on camera and say, you know what? Maybe part of it was my fault. I would have liked Tyreek Hill to come on camera and say, you know what, guys? My bad. My bad. I could have just handled it a little bit better. That's it. My bad. I could have handled it a little bit better. I could have been a little bit calmer. But instead, it's like, I'm a victim.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we done protest. We even took a knee, you know.
No. The knee wasn't for Tyreek Hill. When Colin Kaepernick was taking the knee, it wasn't for Tyreek Hill who can't get out of the car, can't roll down his window, can't follow instructions. That's not why we took the knee. We took the knee because of police brutality. We didn't take the knee because Tyreek Hill has a problem with instructions and has a big ass mouth.
We done did walks. Like, so what's next? So right
Who's we?
now, me and my wife, we right now brainstorming on
My wife and I. My wife and I. Not me and my wife. My wife and I.
How can we be a part of this change? You know, so it's important to us, you know, because we want to be able to change lives all the way across the world, not just Miami. You know, it's important to us.
Well, keep us updated on what you all brainstorm. We'd love to talk.
Yo, I don't need an update. I genuinely, I don't need an update. Guys, I've wasted so much of my life doing this reaction. Like and subscribe, man. I've wasted... The victim mentality, the victim mindset is so crazy. Everything, it is everyone's fault but your fault. Zero accountability. Not even some accountability. It's literally zero accountability. He doesn't apologize for the traffic violation. 2 violations. Doesn't apologize for them. I'm done, man. Guys, like and subscribe. The Neophyte Journal, we out.